Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We're playing Power to the People. That's what you're watching right now. Yeah. This is video 2. We're hard mode in Phoenix, Arizona. And we're trying to go completely green energy right away. Never touching gas at all. And so that's what we're doing right here. And we're going to have to look to expand our grid in a little bit. We got a new city coming up in 28 hours. I only have one battery facility, but it's a big one. Okay, it's one of these cryogenic air plants. Got lots of capacity, great output, but I'm worried about the stress on these lines, and I'm gonna need power to come from another source, right? I'm gonna need this to happen pretty quick, and I'm kind of debating right now on using solar energy. The dams are very persistent, very cool, but I can't get any more than 105 megawatts out of them, it seems. And there's still power coming from one side of the river, or I guess the river. And so if we ever get any more towns over this way, it's going to start putting stress on the lines as we move this direction. So I'm debating on getting solar energy. If I was going to do that, I would probably want to use the concentrated solar plant. And it's $840 a day for 147 megawatts of power. That's opposed to the photovoltaic solar farm, which is $450 a day for 79. And as I look at these numbers, I'm starting to think it's actually worth it to go with the smaller one. 75, I guess. So this ends up being 150. So this is a cheaper base cost, and it's cheaper fixed expenses, same amount of operating cost, slightly lower output. But I think that'll offset by the differences in costs and stuff, which is kind of cool. One of the things, though, is that this map does not allow you to place solar energy, really. Like, it's just, like, this whole green area, you basically cannot place any solar with this map unless you're willing to spend extra on the terrain, or you place it on top of the hill completely, which is up here, and there's some room up here, but the costs associated with placing it this far away, like, you still have to get your high voltage lines out this way, and you're gonna end up spending like 30 grand just to do that. So it might be better to actually place them closer. Even then, like, even though it's more to build it up front, it's you still have to, you know, bring the lines out, and that's the problem. So I'm looking at that. We're gonna try to see what we can make happen with that. I'm gonna also want to go like this, I think, to get this connected, get that stress off the line. And I think probably I'll just extend that out just a little bit. We're underproducing, right? So I have to make a choice. Do I go with another hydro dam, which is proven to be awesome and effective, or do I go with solar, which is going to also require another battery as well, because the solar is not going to work right now, right? Like, with the sun down in this period of time where it's kind of peak, right? It's not going to be very good. Like, so it's a choice. And I also have 9 days remaining on my loan. We're paying $11,000 per day on this, and if I pay it off early, I save over 30 grand. So after today, when my paycheck comes in here at the end of the day, which is $62,000, I can now still save $30,000 if I simply spend this 55 of this now. But I'm going to have to deal with the fact that I'm not serving all of my customers. I'm underperforming for one more day. I'm okay. I'm kind of okay with this. Like, part of me is very okay with this. Like, just underperform a little bit longer, right? If I was to try and build a dam right now, I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. I wouldn't be able to build the solar anyway either, because, like, there's just literally not enough money to build those two things. So yeah, I think I'm going to save the money. So 55,500. And now I'm out of debt. But again, not enough to really give anywhere else. What I could also do maybe here is put in a compressed air factory. This wouldn't be half bad. I would obviously prefer this. Oh, I can't afford this now anyway, can I? Yeah. All right, we put in the molten salt factory just to give an extra source of power. I just need an extra source of battery somewhere. I can place it right on this line and it'll probably be fine, but I need some extra output capacity in places. The problem with this Okay, if I place the battery over here, these lines can only carry, what is like 140? Yeah. So we have basically 105 heading this direction. If I add a battery to it at 40 max output, it's going to overload this line. If I'm going to fully utilize the battery, it's going to overload the line. So even if I wanted to drop the battery, I'd have to do it someplace where it's not going to overload everything. Like maybe do it over here, which is kind of far away, and I still need to make the lines that go to it, but I need an extra output. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna bring this in to connect to that grid there. And we're gonna hope that the output from this direction and this direction, it's hopefully not gonna force us to go red, but I feel like it probably will. And if that happens, I can either double up all of these, or I can drop in one of these flywheel systems. I suppose I could also use that switch, the switching station. I could try that too. It's 200 a day on maintenance for this, which I feel like is a lot less than just, you know, hitting 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to cost me $2,000 to do that, but by doing that, I don't have the ongoing maintenance either. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that works, but I'm going to drop an extra battery here just in case. And we're out of debt, so we should make a lot of money today. Go. We have another block that's not being served. Just go ahead and extend that out a little bit. And yeah, we're going to be under capacity. One thing I also could do maybe is to have this go that way. And now if the energy wants to reach this direction, it doesn't have to burden that. It can instead go this way and burden this, which this should not be hitting capacity ever. So maybe that'll be okay. It can reroute itself around with that battery too. So we'll see how that goes. We are able to charge the batteries up a little bit here, for at least a little while. And the new city is way over here. Okay, well, the good news is we have a river here, which I actually didn't see before. So we could potentially get another power producer on this side, which would be great. The bad news is, like, it's super expensive to get any high voltage lines out this way, but we're gonna have to try it. So we can come off of this and bring it out this way and just temporarily hook that up. And then eventually, once we get the money to do so, we'll go ahead and build another dam, I think, over there, if at all possible. I think we should need to give another route for that too. And I don't think, yep, so this one's overloaded. And it's probably going to stay overloaded for too long too. I'm going to have to drop a couple more in here. I can't do it. Most likely then this is going to overload. And, well, now it's just under. Okay, we made it. Just enough to make it. Yeah, okay, good. Let's go ahead and make sure this is connected. And 79 grand. Not enough to make not enough to make the hydro. I really do need the hydro too. Like, this is something I just gotta have. I think I'm gonna have, if I save the research points, I might be able to get, I can get lobbying. And then the improved installation might help too, honestly. It's pretty warm. Maybe we do that. I'm going to do that for now. And then, honestly, I think I might just take another loan. I mean, it's enough to get me, if I can get hydro over here, get an extra substation here, also here to facilitate this direction. I need another one for this town because this one's going to overload, right? So I can get maybe another one right here and then hook it up like that. Like, I need these facilities, and it's just a matter of time before everything goes to shit here. So I think we're going to take another high-tech substation. We're going to put it just out of the city, maybe here. Just out of the city here. We'll hook it up like this, and then we're going to go down the road like this and over. And then also, I think I want to go this direction too. So we're going to just kind of cut this off and go this way too. See what that does for the grid over here. On this side, we got to bring the lines this way. And then I think I want to put another high-tech substation probably right about here. Get that hooked up. And I'm noticing like going this direction is a little bit tough. There's this crossroad I don't like. But I kind of... Yeah, I don't like this crossroad. Why don't I instead just try this for now? This road is going to expand. I feel like it will anyway. This doesn't provide any meaningful help though. We'll leave it there for now. Just for now. High voltage lines. We're going to have you run this direction all the way over to here and then meet up like that so we can provide power to that side. But also, we're going to try to hook up over here. So I'm going to take another loan. I wasn't going to do it, but, you know, I got out of debt with one loan and then I, you know, get into debt with another one. And as 140 is probably not good enough. I need the whole amount here, I think. So we'll take the big one. It's going to cost us 21 grand a day. But we can use hydro on this side. And by hooking this up over here, we provide a lot more power to the grid that we didn't have before. So I'm going to kind of do one of these numbers. Get that hooked up. And then the high-tech substation can go right over here next to this. Probably about right here, I guess. And then we hook up these guys. So we're really using the loan system to our advantage here in order to get this town, in order to get this city to actually function the way we need it to. There's a good chance this overloads. We'll see. Looks like power is net heading this direction, which is not great. So I'm thinking this might have a problem. I'm going to double up this line if it lets me. I have $17,000, so maybe it lets me, maybe it doesn't. I'm going to double up this into the battery. I don't have quite enough to do that. Yeah, I'm down on cash here in order to do that, so we'll have to wait. Hopefully that doesn't overload. But we have some frowny faces. I think that'll definitely get taken care of here in a second. As they become more happier with their power services, they'll become happier, and then this percentage should rise again, hopefully. We have another dam going down for maintenance soon, too. So it's a good thing that I dropped another power producer since we're going to need the maintenance. I think it's this one. Yeah. I might be able to skip it, too. I might chance it and try to skip it. Are you still unhappy? Come on now, don't be unhappy. You got power. You're fine. All right, we're getting near peak. Let's take a look really quick. Getting near peak. Seems good. I don't see any major issues here. Do you? Maybe here. Yep, right here. We can go like this. I don't have enough money. Okay, hang on a second. We'll go ahead and shut this down temporarily. Flip it back on. Well, that happened. If I had more money, I could maybe mitigate this a little bit. That does kind of help, actually. Just that one little bit there does help. A little bit. But it's ultimately just a little... I think it's too little too late here. Turn it off for a little while. And turn it back on. And capacity. Still over. Let's turn it off. And turn it back on. We're gonna have to do something about that on payday here. I have zero cash to do anything about this building. It's this little stadium too, dang. We made it through the day. You know, we made it through the day. There's no major complaints, 99%. Looking pretty good. I don't think we ever had any unmet demand all day, so that's awesome as well. $54,000, we can now correct this. But we're going to need extra lines on this, looks like, because extra power is headed in this direction. So let's go there with it. It just allows it to move power the direction it wants to move it. I think it's probably a decent idea even to... maybe I don't double up that. You know, it might be okay to just disable this. Like, cut this line right here. See how it goes. On this side, we want to finalize that so that the power can seamlessly move into that battery. And then with $49,000 remaining, I think we wait. I think we're fine now. We should wait. Yeah. All right, let's speed up time. Get back to max capacity. We're going to have a dam going down for maintenance here any second. Oh, no. Did it just do maintenance? I think it just did it. Yeah. It's got 10 days left. Okay, so we already did the maintenance. Nice. The batteries were able to compensate us. Cool. I mean, it should. The output for this battery is 120. That's more than the output for the dam. So yeah, that should be a thing that happens. I'm gonna go like, ooh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I thought I was gonna do that. Decided not a good idea. Yeah. Even with conservative power, they sometimes will route themselves in a way that overloads their lines. Because if you think about it, if the game is configured to with conservative on, right? If the game is configured to keep the lines as balanced as possible, even if it takes longer to source the power, higher reliability, lower efficiency, right? It costs me more to provide power to the people, but the line should be more reliable. You would think if it's smart enough to route power in such a way where it's going to be most reliable for the lines, that connecting these lines wouldn't really matter. I wouldn't think. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do with this. The only way that that's getting power, so yeah, this is gonna blow, and that's gonna have to be fine. The only thing else I could do is maybe I could disconnect it. If I disconnect, ooh, that actually survived. It won't survive tomorrow though. Maybe I hook this up and cut this here. And that way this line doesn't transmit all the way over here. I can cut it over here. Because this residential tower takes a lot of power. The other thing I could maybe look into doing is doing this, which is commercial. It's this, residential power. So efficient appliances would be nice to do, but that's a couple days away for research. So 64 grand of profit. I'm pretty sure I can't pay this off right now. Although I save over $100,000 by saving it by doing that. So if I wait one more day and repay this off, I save 100 grand. That's not bad. I think I probably should look to do that. If I get another one of these air plants now, though, I'm basically setting myself up to distribute power more evenly. And there's another city being built in 4 days. I have no idea where it's going to be. I probably would want this to be closer to that. Maybe it's over here. Maybe it's right here. There's a couple of open areas where it could possibly be. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I wait on that just a little bit longer. This is not going to survive though, so I'm going to have to redo something with this. Let's cut you here and redo you there. And that's going to hopefully take some of the pressure off of this, because the stadium is going to use a lot of power too, I imagine. So I just kind of want to cut the lines in a way where we don't have these big expensive buildings all using the same power source. Yeah, and you're actually going to still use the same power source. You're using it from there. Interesting. Why would you take it from there instead of taking it from here? That's a shorter distance, isn't it? Going to here? Weird. I guess you're just deeming this to be better for load balancing. I need to make sure that this isn't getting in the way of progress, if you will. Let's just cancel those lines, and I could also move this down straight. I also need to do it same thing here. I need to make sure it's not getting in the way of progress. There we go. That's decent for load balancing too, I imagine. We're gonna need another one of these though. And it'll probably go right here, and then another one will go probably over here. Actually, right here now would be a good idea, because this is basically overloaded. So if I place you like this, maybe like this, and then just drop you in like that, we can then take the load from here into this line instead of you all being you. Let's spread that load out just a little bit more. We could maybe use a switching station here. Yeah, this one's going to need to be replaced now. We can go like this. And then just do that. And then they should load balance here now. I believe they should. What else we got? Got a building that doesn't have power here. Let's go like that. And a building that doesn't have power over here like that. Okay. Seems good. Made it through another day. 75 grand. So 154 now. Yeah, 171 to pay off the loan. So I guess we'll wait just a little bit longer. Looking at the grid weaknesses that we have. I think I'd rather go from this side. And the 151. Should I get another battery? 3 days until... Let's do just a... Well, if I do the salt factories, it's more maintenance. Hold on. So molten salt... Here's one salt factory. That's $1,000 a month. Or $1,000 a day, sorry. If I'm going to drop another $1,000 a day facility, I might as well sell this and buy one of these. It's more economical to do that instead. Yes. So we'll do that instead. And we'll go like this. Okay. That's going to provide the same... This provides the same amount of juice as if I had just built 3 of these salt factories. But it's less maintenance than one of them. So that's dramatically increasing our capacity, and we will not have a power problem today. Unless, of course, the lines are overloaded. Which is always... There's always a chance. There's nothing I could really do about it either. Batteries are fully charged. We have enough power easily to handle maintenance, so the hydro dams that are going to go down for maintenance will not be a problem. 151. Can we get rid of it? 158. Okay, tomorrow we get rid of the loan. Looking at the lines. Seems pretty good. I see orange, and orange is not a bad thing. Red is a bad thing. Orange is fine. We are good to go. Okay, so we will take the loan. We'll pay it off now. Saves us quite a bit of money, almost 100,000. We're left with 85,000 left in the bank, and let's take a look at the roads here. Got a little bit of an issue with the roads on this side. If I go like this and then cut that, that. Yeah, and we'll just kind of go up like that for now. I don't want to get in the way of progress over here either. Here we go. Seems good for now. We'll readjust this when we have to. No blocks are unserved, so we'll go ahead and do it. It's day 30. Phoenix has taken a lot longer than... Phoenix takes longer than the other cities. I mean, this is actually getting pretty challenging. All right, good. I'm really happy to see that the city's over here. So I think the first thing I'm going to grab is lobbying because I want more money. Second thing I'm going to grab is a substation. And we'll put it over, let's say, right here. And then we're just going to grab this line and bring it up that way. Nope. That way. And then we'll bring this line over and hook it up like this. Okay, so we end up with power to everybody in different directions, but those guys are served now. Perfect. We might want to get an alternative route, or at least watch this part, because the power transmission has got to come to this and it'll deviate. So this isn't likely to overload, but this might, because half the power's got to come this way. Not even really half, but I need to get another source of power over here. Maybe a battery would be a good idea. Right here, and that way the battery could take some of the load. It's possible this could overload too, because this source of power has to come to this one and this one. So I might actually get the overload, but I would think anyway that the overload points that would happen first, I would think anyway, would be this intersection and this intersection. Might be wrong on that, but this is red, so not completely wrong on it. It's red, but it's not too red. Yeah, this has to send power even further. Weird that this is overloading before this. That is strange. The load here is higher than here, so it must be getting power from this direction too. The only way to explain that. It goes like this and ouch. Be way more efficient to come from here, wouldn't it? You know, I might want to go and do something like, I could do like a local substation, like right here. Maybe. Honestly, these two aren't really overloaded anyway, so maybe it's not a big deal. They're doing really well. All right, that's gonna take care. Oh, never mind. We already did take care of the loan. So 166 is what I got then. Wow. Swimming in money. I'm gonna wait and get efficient appliances, I think. Need another power producer. I think I need another power producer anyway. Max generation capacity is 315. And we're getting up way above that. So we are dipping into batteries every day now. So I can almost afford another dam. But I really want to try solar. I want to get one of these concentrated solar thingamajiggies. And I'm starting to think it's probably worth it to build a little bit closer to the battery. Yeah, it's probably worth it. It's going to send a lot of power this direction, though. So I'm going to need to double these lines up if I'm going to do this. These lines have to go, like, I'm going to have double here. Because there will just be no way to distribute it otherwise. So if I was to go with solar, if I build here for 120, I can then add on to the same chain for a lower cost. However, I'm still hitting the limit of the lines. These can take 140 something, and this is going to generate up to 147. So really, one high voltage line equals, from one solar plant anyway. So I think it actually is a little bit more economical here to build closer. So this would cost me an extra 48,000. Ooh, maybe not. This is going to cost an extra 28. So it's still better, I think, to build the lines, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we'll build it here. We'll take this over and bring it over like this. It's 26,000 bucks. We will have solar coverage, and that adds another power producer during peak hour. All right. All right. Let's do. I should probably wait and get the appliances. Residential buildings do hit pretty hard here, so they're really big. Like, they're very tall and they use a lot of power. Like, this is 5 megawatts all by itself. This shopping mall is 6. Okay, maybe commercial is something to address. This is a large stadium. This was a small stadium, and now it's a large stadium. They're upgrading it already. My gosh, it must be a really good sports team. If you think that's worth it already. Nuts. We hit peak hour. We don't seem to have too much of an issue. It's still eyeballing that right there. And we could probably pop one of these. The thing about the switching station, okay, so like somebody's told me I should be using these switching stations. I just don't see why. Because there really just isn't a reason to like use them in the intersections. It's used for switching parts of your power grid on or off. I just don't see why $200 a day is worth that mechanism. It has a maximum output of 200 megawatts, which is cool, but I'm not sending 200 through it. It's like, at what situation does this become a better solution than just dropping, like, say, an advanced substation, or not even that, just dropping a battery, Like, at what point is a switching station better than a battery when it comes to long-term investment? If it's a short-term thing, fine. I also don't see why a switching station would be better than me 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess 5 here, but like just dropping extra lines here to mitigate this. It just seems like that would be so much cheaper, I'm gonna have to do something about this. Let's go like that, and then we'll bring you across like this. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it a little bit closer. Let's go like that and then like that. Okay. Yeah, so like I don't know. Like I get that it has a I think there's a situation where a switching station will be a good investment, but I don't know quite what that situation is. It just seems like it's not. It just seems like it's very situational, I guess, is what I'm saying. Because when all's said and done, like I'd much rather just drop one of these. I mean, right, the NIMBY radius is huge here, right? So if you're concerned about that, I guess I can understand that part because the NIMBY radius here is pretty massive. But that NIMBY radius comes with the benefits of having a ton of generation and a ton of output for, yeah, more expense, but like a ton of generation and a ton of output. And but if the case is just to, you know, manage the intersections, I mean, you know, mischief managed. Like there's like whatever, and I don't have any, like I have ongoing expenses, but it's nowhere near 200 a month for that, you know. And I didn't even really need to do this many. I could have probably gotten away with like there or there, just having one of them, you know. All right, so I had trees fall. Great stuff. I'm sorry. Oh, right, this. Yeah. Done. Okay. And I probably could connect these just so like there's some redundancy in that event, but whatever. So I won't have to worry about this intersection anymore. And there won't be any more towns either, which is really nice. I just want to look at the low voltage lines are always the one that are concerning. They're always the ones that start to go, right? Like stuff like this is always the ones that are a concern. And so like we can place another substation, let's say on this side, go like this, and then, you know, bring this over here, and then that's gonna satisfy that. We have this problem here, which I don't know how to fix that right now. I could double up the lines, I guess. That would maybe help, but it's right next to the stadium anyway. You don't need anything to build that. Yeah, we'll just kind of do that, I guess, too. Fine. Over here, I probably could just go that way. Yeah. I don't have to be on the road. We got a lot of stuff building here now. Whole bunch of stuff coming in. Yeah, we can go ahead and balance that out. Wow, okay. We'll go ahead and round you out too. And just connect all this stuff up. See how that works for it. And then we can cut. We'll probably have to cut something here, but there's a lot of developments really close to my substation, so I'm just kind of making sure. Might want to get a high voltage line running here with another substation just in case. There won't be any more cities. So I need a place where high voltage is. I mean, it's kind of right here, right? I mean, I literally, instead of this, I should just put this here and say, you know what? It's okay. The NIMBY radius is fine, you know? I really should just do that. Yeah. Just do it. Just put that down. If I want more power production, which I don't need, but if I wanted it, I could just now literally do this, but then I have to make a new set of lines because I'm going to overload them when these are at peak capacity. So it's still going to cost me the lines. Yeah, I think this double up is going to be fine. We have power coming in from so many different sources now that I don't think the high voltages are my problem. I think the low voltages are going to be the problem. I say that as this overloads. This should be fine, though. This is 147, and this is... Yeah, okay, so the thing is, yeah, this... Can I... Is there a way for me to set settings on this so that it doesn't... Like, I want to know if there's a way to put settings on this so that it does not overload this. Oh, I can get 168 out of you. Ooh. See, now I'm using storage facilities because this is shut down. Okay, hold on. Turn this back on. And we're just going to do this because we have to. The output from this facility is too great. There, done. All right. We got over here. Yeah, so like, I don't know. Let's just do that for now. And we could probably come in from that side if we need to later. I do see some red. It's maybe a power producer on this side. Because right now the power is flowing that way. Prominently flowing that direction, so... And this is flowing both ways, but this is prominently going this direction. So if I put a power producer over here and connected it up, then this area might start getting its power from the other side, and then that would free it up. Where is you? And I thought there was one more. I saw the blinky blink. Where's the blinky blink? It does say 1 too, unpowered blocks, right here. Really? All the way at the end. Okay, I thought it was the big building. Okay. 146. I'm gonna wait to get more money. We're gonna drop another dam. Want a power producer on this side, and that will alleviate some of that flow from that direction. Yeah, I think so. Here's the problem though, okay? This is a perfect spot, unless like this isn't gonna be able to handle it. So if I do this right here, I have to double up all these high voltage lines. Maybe not this one, because we'll have less power coming this direction, but I'm pretty sure I have to double up those lines. So I can have you get into, you know, this area like that, and then it'll disperse and distribute. You have to be doubled up. But I think at that point we might be okay. If for some reason I'm not, though, I'm running out of the ability here to double this up. So I think I'm going to do it ahead of time, because the county limit here, if you will, the city limits, they're coming right up on me here. So I'm going to lose my ability to do it if I don't do it now. So I'll just do it anyway. And that's going to take care of power production, I think, for most of the game. Most of the rest of the game. Yeah, this is still... I didn't double this up. There. You should be maxed, but you should also be moving around. We'll let you move around like that. Maybe we'll do that too. And you know what? This looks like it's getting overloaded, so why don't we add... You know what? Here. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll save it. We'll wait for the day to go by. If this survives, which whether it survives or not doesn't matter, I'm going to delete this and put an advanced one here instead, and it'll have a higher capacity. And then I could probably do that with any of the other ones that are getting close to overloading, which this one's getting close, but not really. This one, maybe I'll do an advanced one here too. And I don't think that matters, because this can output 75, but like we can output more power. It's going to cost more per day, but won't cost as much as putting another high-tech one though. The problem though will become the lines themselves though. They won't be able to distribute that much power. I think we'll go like this. That might help a little bit on this area. I'm gonna drop an advanced one here. It's overloaded. It needs to be replaced. I think this one over here too. We'll drop an advanced one here too. These guys are already in the NIMBY radius, so it's like they're kind of already affected by it anyway, and they're already very happy with their power, so yeah, we're good. I am still using storage facilities. Wow. Still using storage. That surprises me. Let's get smart appliances. Let's reduce their power output for residential buildings. We'll go ahead and get you connected. Go ahead and get you connected. And then we're going to go ahead and dump this and replace it with an advanced one. which is a little bit further away, just to help that NIMBY radius. Probably should, yeah, to help the NIMBY. Like this. I'm going to have to redo these doubled up lines. We're going to bring you out like, well, that's not how I wanted it, but whatever, it's fine. We'll bring you all the way down and then bring you all the way over like so. And then we can probably just pop that in case it wants to travel. Okay, that's going to increase capacity on that very well. I think I'm going to do the same thing here, because this one's getting a little bit closer. I'm just going to kind of get ahead of it. And instead, we're going to drop a advanced one right here on the intersection part. It was already in an NIMBY radius anyway, so it's not really adding anything. But now I can go that way with it, which alleviates some of the stress from that. And then what I can do there, because that's not stressed out anymore, I can just maybe make this dedicated. This is going to get handled by this. And then you can go over and across, and then you can help out with that side. All right. There we go. We got things going down for maintenance. It's a very fast maintenance cycle. I'm not really worried about it. It'll be back up well before we get back to our peak hour. We got the other dam going down soon too. And then I could maybe add another dam. I'm thinking probably on this side, if it lets me. Yep. Probably right here. And then we double up this line to get the power into the system a little bit further. Look at this. This advanced one is super it's getting really up there now. Wow. It did take the pressure off this one though. But if I need to adjust this, then I simply connect it here again, and then this will start doing more work. We'll go like that. And another building over like so. Okay, anyone else need power that didn't have it before? We'll do the advanced substation here now. That needs to happen. And seems pretty solid. One thing I might be able to get away with is doing this. That'll free up capacity on that line. And then just move that over a little bit. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and adjust this. And we'll adjust it by adding additional capacity like so. There we go. And then why don't we double up the high voltage line? It's leading over to the other battery, just so it's not overloaded there. Okay, 254,000. We keep hitting battery just a little bit every day, but it's not enough for me to care that much because the two batteries are full at the end of the day. If you have batteries, especially these big ones, if these are full at the end of the day, we don't need additional power generation right now. We can run off of our battery storage. It's fine. We're down for maintenance for a little bit. We're back up. And it seems to me, got a little bit red right there. This could be upgraded. But if I'm going to do it, I should do it now so that I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, that's going to start encroaching on my land a little bit. It might move the border, so I'm going to do this really quick and then just kind of stop that and make sure that that's going in just fine. Yeah, so this should output a little bit. Wait, did I just put a... Yeah, it's advanced substation. I thought I put a battery. These guys are expanding quick. This expansion. It's happening fast. Things are happening. Every day, new people are coming in. We have exponential growth. That's okay. All right, cool. I think I'm going to save for smart meters. And then it's just hammer it until the end of the day, right? So I'm going to let it run for just a little bit longer. Maybe, yeah. And we'll do the last 10 days or so in the next video. We'll do the last 10 days because this one is taking more time per day, right? And as they get more complicated, as the cities get more demanding, it's going to keep doing that. It's going to keep taking more and more time all the time. Let's I really don't want to do this during peak hour. I'm gonna change this to an advanced one. And then this is gonna need another in. I can do that actually. We'll do it over on this side. Here should be fine. We'll drop in power like so. And hook it up with the high voltage lines like so. That'll alleviate that pressure. And then we come in like that. All right, guys, I think this is going really well, huh? Barely dipping into our batteries during the day. I'm pleased to report that we're very stable with all available cities, but how quickly are these cities going to grow and keep demanding more and more out of me? You're going to find out in the next video. For $500,000. So I think whatever it throws at me, I can certainly afford it. So I think we're getting to the point now where we could probably call it a win, but you have to go all the way to day 50. So the last 12 days, that'll be the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you could hit the like button, that helps out a lot. I do appreciate that as well. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.